Watch this video and I'll be right back. Pay attention.
CEO in Australia is saying just that. He's saying the quiet part out loud for all CEOs around the world, not just in Australia. He is saying what they're all fucking saying in quiet, on the phone, under the ground. He's saying it out loud. Listen.
We need to see unemployment rise. Unemployment has to jump 40-50% in my view. We need to see pain in the economy. We need to remind people that they work for the employer, not the other way around. I mean, there's been a systematic change where employees feel the employer is extremely lucky to have them, as opposed to the other way around. I think the problem that we've had is that we have people decided they didn't really want to work so much anymore through COVID, and that has had a massive issue on productivity. Tradies have definitely pulled back on productivity. They have been paid a lot to do not too much in the last few years, and we need to see that change. We need to see unemployment rise. Unemployment has to jump 40-50% in my view. We need to see pain in the economy. We need to remind people that they work for the employer, not the other way around. I mean, there's been a systematic change where employees feel the employer is extremely lucky to have them, as opposed to the other way around. So it's a dynamic that has to change. We've got to kill that attitude, and that has to come through hurting the economy, which is what the whole global, the world is trying to do. The governments around the world are trying to increase unemployment to get that to some sort of normality. And we're seeing it. I think every employer now is seeing it. I mean, there is definitely massive layoffs going off. People might not be talking about it, but people are definitely laying people off, and we're starting to see less arrogance in the employment market, and that has to continue because that will cascade across the cost balance.
Like I said, it has always been a class war. In 2021, corporate profits could account for about double that, nearly 60% of inflation, meaning it was not costs driving inflation, it was corporate profits. And the reason why they're freaking out, especially here in America, is because corporate profits in the United States declined by 5.9%, a little less than what they had previously thought would be 6.8%, but compared to the 2.7% in decline in the last 3 months, they're freaking out. And the reason why a lot of these corporations are losing money is because we can't pay for shit. A lot of fear. Rent hikes across the country means eviction notice for many Americans. We don't have the money to spend on stupid shit that these corporations are paying. We could barely pay for food. We could barely pay the rent. When I moved into this apartment 4 years ago, my rent was $10.25. So I want to say either 2020 or 2018, they had put something on the ballot to raise Florida's minimum wage from $7.25 to $15, but they were going to do it in increments. Every couple years, raise it up till it gets to $15 in like 2 or 3 years. The minute that shit passed, rent went up. Now, for the same apartment that wasn't even worth $10.25, I pay $13.95, and he's about to raise the rent again. This shit is not even worth $13.95. And then when you try to look for other places because you want to move, because you see like this shit ain't worth $13.95, everything else is up. There's nowhere else to go. It doesn't make any sense. This 900 square foot apartment is $13.95, yet the minimum wage in Florida is about $12. Where the fuck are you paying that shit? You still gotta pay for food, electricity. You still gotta pay for your internet, your car insurance, your health insurance. I've spent $2,000 in the last 2 months on health insurance, and I got health insurance. On health medical stuff. And I got health insurance. Make the shit make sense. So yeah, corporations are starting to feel it because they can't bleed us out no more. We don't have it. We don't have the money to go buy a bunch of clothes and shoes and belts and socks and all that shit when we can't even pay money for us to eat. We can't go to the restaurants and eat at the restaurants. How the fuck we doing that shit? So we have to make our food home. We can't even get our groceries. There's a lot of people that are gardening now. And now they have made it in some states. I found out yesterday it's illegal to fucking collect rainwater. The fuck? We can't even collect rainwater? Make that shit make sense. And what do they want? They want high unemployment rates. Because during COVID, we realized we didn't want to work to death. So let's go ahead and make sure that we squeeze every freaking dollar from the lower class and the middle class. We gotta wake up. It's the corporations. It's the elites that are doing this shit to us. And they have politicians in their pocket. We gotta start waking up. It doesn't make sense that me and my girlfriend have to pay $600 worth of fucking food for 2 people and 2 fucking dogs. It makes no fucking sense. So what do you end up doing? You buy cheap food, unhealthy food. And then what happens? Big Pharma comes in because now you sick. And now you got to pay fucking $300, $400 a month for medical needs. The shit is rigged. And if we don't wake up and start paying attention and start putting these politicians' feet to the fire and saying, we don't give a fuck what corporation has you in their pocket, you work for us, this shit's gonna get worse. It has always been a class war. They distracted us with race, and now they're distracting us with the LGBTQI plus and trans community and abortion and all that other stuff, while they pick our pockets and work us as cattle. Slavery never ended in America. It just changed. Wake up.